People who learn from the examples of others are wise. People who learn from their own failures are at least knowledgeable. And people who do not learn in spite of their failures are fools. If you read Ramayana, and if you are wise, then you will know how to live life and create a sense of integrity in your character. Ramayana was such a fantastic thing. Now, you can learn even mathematics. You know that? See, I'm telling you, today's education system has trained you into a rote learning machine. You are now learning something and you want to, apply it. You don't know how to. Again, a company should come and give you training on how to apply what you have learned. 90% of what you have learned is not being useful. So your mind has got now accustomed to this process of not learning by example. You are only learning by training. A mechanical engineer completes a course in mechanical engineering. He will go into a company, work as a mechanical engineer. The company has to again train him to do what his job is for that limited role also. Yes or no? The society is converting into learning by training than learning by example. You understand? Ramayana, there is everything to learn about it, and there is everything that you have to implement instantly. Remember one thing. Now you said you are born in 95. Okay, good. So you must be having a child. So do you want your child to be healthy, happy and progressive in her life or his life? Yes. If yes, then you have to learn immediately. Read Ramayana and you have to immediately learn from it. Because only when you know how to behave with your spouse in such a fashion where you can develop a union and where you can develop a system of oneness, you can install values and learning and courage and patience to persevere in life, in your children. Are you understanding? It is very important that you see your life from the example. People who learn from the examples of others are wise. People who learn from their own failures are at least knowledgeable. And people who do not learn in spite of their failures are fools. If you read Ramayana, and if you are wise, then you will know how to live life and create a sense of integrity in your character. It is very important because see, these days, India startup culture is happening very much. I'm very happy about it and proud of it. I want you to understand, these days, any startup, they're talking about, annual growth. They're talking about CAGR, their compounded annual growth, or they're talking about how much their revenue has increased, how much their expenditure. Even if they are burning money, these days that is also a culture, so they burn a lot of money. There are companies who are spending 150 rupees to earn only 10 rupees. That way also is happening. But they know why they are doing it, right? Strategy-based living is happening in corporate and companies and other things. In your family, is there any strategy-based living? In your life, is there any strategy-based living? Are you trying to achieve a CAGR, a compounded annual growth rate of 20% in your family, where your child every year, in every skill of her or his life, there is a 20% growth? Are you trying to work to establish a 20% growth rate in your spouse and your relationship? Are you trying to develop a 20% growth rate in your the way you are looked at by your peers? No. What is happening? Every year, day by day, your stress level is in your job, in your relationship, in your parenting is increasing. And children these days, see, every child, when the child is born, very loving, loves the papa, hugs the papa, kisses the papa. By the time the child is 16, most children these days are saying, you don't know anything, shut up. They're even going and there are cases where children at the age of 15, 16 are physically abusing their parents. Are you understanding? That is also happening. Why? Because they also feel we are born at 1985 and we don't know what to learn from Ramayana. When you learn by example, by our history, then you will understand how to develop integrity of character. And if you don't know just by reading it, then you should go and ask the great acharyas who are trying to explain the Ramayana also. Remember one thing, all our history texts like Ramayana, Mahabharata are written in detail only for us to learn how to develop an integrity of character and how to develop a constant and a consistent growth mindset within us, prospective or prosperous mindset within us. The perspective of a prosperous mind has to be set in motion. You are not giving birth to your child, or you have not given birth to your child just physically. You have given birth to their mind and their emotions also, and you are constantly giving birth. You are molding your children's mind and emotions. When you know how to live by your word, when you know how to be in true love, these days, see, for example, I'll tell you, WhatsApp forwards, and it's very common to have a jovial, these days, pulling leg. That's the culture, right? That's what you guys call pulling leg. Pulling leg is a common thing, and we take it friendly, happily. But every time this pulling leg culture is happening, or you taunt somebody for fun, or do, your subconscious mind is receiving a wrong message. Are you understanding? We are not developing that. We are not developing that personality, or we are not making people look up to us in such a fashion where they respect us. Are you understanding? So all this can be learned from Ramayana. There are many lessons that you can learn. Especially, for example, I will tell you, Ramayana was such a fantastic thing. Now, you can learn even mathematics. You know that? Life lessons you can learn from Ramayana, innumerable. I'll tell you. Do you know, TV serial Ramayana doesn't have this, or movies Ramayana, but I'll tell you, hundreds, thousands, lakhs, crores, 10 crores, 100 crores, 1,000, okay, now English, American system, 1 trillion, even computers, so-called supercomputers these days, can handle, I guess, and as far as I know, 1 to the power of 16 zeros. At 1 and then 16 zeros you add, the computers can handle that much big figure. In Ramayana, when Ravanasura stands up at the height in the Lanka and asks his minister, how much, the army, what is the size of the Rama's army? How many monkeys, how many divine Vanaras are there? The minister of the Ravana says, oh my dear Ravana, I am telling this not because you don't know. I am telling you this for your information. I am just repeating, refreshing your memory. So this is crores, this is 100 crores, 1,000 crores, 10,000. And he went on 1 power 29 zeros. Am I clear with you? And 1 power 29, 1 power 31, 1 power 42, and 1 and then 42 zeros. That was the numerical. Today, after 10 crores, 100 crores, 1,000 crores, 10,000 crores, 1 lakh crores, you repeat. 500 lakh crores, you repeat in Indian system. There was a specific number and a value denomination given to 1 power 46. And then it's Mahogam. 1 power 36 or 46. Okay. Mahogam is the name. And crores, lakhs, Mahogam is 1 power 36. Or 1 power 46. Today it is not relevant. But that is how the mathematics was advanced in Ramayana. So I am not a mathematician, so I did not remember that number. But, I want you to understand. If you are seriously interested in mathematics also, you can learn a lot from Ramayana. Okay. So, Rama's army was more than 100 Mahogam. Are you understand? 1 power 46. How many? What is the figure? Your modern computers can't handle that number. Forget about your calculators. So there is everything to learn from Ramayana, provided there is a seeker within you. And if there is no seeker within you, there is nothing inspiring to learn from a professor's lecture also, my dear. God bless you.